Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, and we are live and in effect, waiting the markets to open. They're going to be opening up soon, very, very soon, as in right now, but it takes about 2 minutes to propagate over on the old platform here. So we're going to get it over at Kitco. So we're going to do that here in a minute. We're going to capture that, yes, indeed, and hope everybody is doing well and has had a great weekend so far. Yes, indeed. The weekend is almost over, but we're going to get right into it and answer some comments. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here with us tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you joining me here. And let's mute that. Here we go. Okay. We got True Texan chimes in on this video from this morning. Says, well, here is the way I see it. This is the video about what China has just done. No one on this planet knows what is going to happen. None of the experts, in my opinion. That's exactly right. He's very true about that. Here is why I say that. Never underestimate any government on this planet, including ours, to pull some BS. Not to mention that the world banks or stock exchanges are prepared to do. Just saying, in my opinion, all of it. That's right. And it really boils down to it's an unpredictable world we live in. And it's a world that's driven largely by emotion and psychology. And that's very difficult to predict. Very difficult to predict, indeed. Yes, indeed. Glad you guys are here with us tonight. Let's get into the markets here. Well, let's see what we've got here. It shows that they are open down. Okay, wait a minute here. I don't think this is right. Let me see here. It says they're open, but I should have checked this before to see if it was down. I think these are left over from Friday's numbers here. I think that's what's happening. So we'll see. Let's see here. I don't think it's... Yeah. These are left over from Friday, so it hasn't quite propagated yet, so we'll keep an eye on it. But good to see you guys. A lot of good folks with us tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's get into another comment while we await the markets to wake up over there on Kitco. Sometimes it's a little bit fluky, but anyways, extreme pacifist says here... Is it that simple that those rich, powerful investors can manipulate the price of silver and gold through buying futures and paying mainstream media companies to sell the false narrative to the masses? Some people went to prison for doing that in the past. Where are the indictments and criminal charges and headlines for that today? These people who are buying futures contracts for silver and gold have names and addresses. Their trade and investment activity are public record. Track every single transaction of these financial institution and those who were operating behind their business entities and posted everywhere. Just keep calm and keep stacking. I don't know how that works, but, if you buy a certain amount, do you have to make it public? But if you buy it privately, I think your transactions are private. That's private information. So I don't think that's right. And I don't know exactly how many of these institutions or whatever are making these large trades. I guess... I don't know how that works. If you buy a certain amount, do you have to make it public? Is your name and everything out there for that? Or some company name is tied to it? I'm not sure. I'm not delved in deep enough to see what those transactions are. We know the holders, the custodians of those institutions, especially the SLV, JP Morgan is the largest custodian. And, but how much of that do they own? I don't know. But anyways, good to see you guys. All right, let's see here. Let's look back here and see. Okay, here we go. This is a more accurate representation. Silver was down 1 cent out of the gate. Now it is up 1 cent. So, and gold is down $3.80 here tonight. So we're seeing silver being fairly resilient out of the gate. So we'll see how this plays. And so there it is. Silver, platinum is up $2. Palladium up $5. So there that is. Yes, indeed. As I slurp some tea, heavily laced with ginger powder to help minimize the cost, but you're going to hear them still. All right, let's see here. So gold down $6.90 now, silver down 1 cent. That has narrowed the gold to silver ratio to 82.17 right now. Still well above 80, but there it is. All right, so we'll keep an eye on this, but so far, a relatively lackluster performance right out of the gate from the markets. So it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out as the evening goes on. Now silver has flatlined. It's showing 0% move. So not even a fraction. It must be a fraction of a cent down, or else it would not be red. But usually when it shows 0 across the board, and there are 2 lines through it, like there's nothing, no movement at all. So this is a slight, minuscule fraction of a cent down for silver right now. All right. And let's see here. Let's get back to some of these comments, see what some of the people, we're going to get back to those markets in a minute. It could be some light trading out of the gate, but my guess is probably we'll see some numbers wake up here and it'll be a little bit more crazy. True Texan, I hate to put that comment, but it is the way I feel as we are fighting all the oligarch class who want us to fail. Yes, no, and I appreciate that, True Texan. Thank you for posting that comment. And I understand your frustration with all of this too. You know, it's crazy. We just don't know. No one really knows. And what's one thing I try to tell folks on my channel is that, you know, I have my thoughts and feelings on it. I have my predictions. I could be wrong. And no one knows. I always preface it by saying, hey, these are just my thoughts based off of some of the educated research I've done. But no matter what kind of professional you are, no one can say for sure what's going to happen. So, True Texan, you're exactly right. And I thank you for posting that comment, because it puts us in, it keeps everybody in check, you know, because nobody can be that confident about anything, you know what I mean, as far as where the market's going to go. No one just really knows. So thank you for that. All right, and let's see here where we're at. We've got this here. Okay, Don Exter says, I can't believe people still believe our economy is any less managed than a command economy, which seems to be where we are headed if we aren't there already. There's no such thing as a free economy. Adam Smith meant an economy free of unfair advantage, not free of rules and regulations. Yeah, no, I agree with that. There are some rules and regulations in there, but largely the free enterprise system and the capitalist system is the best out there. So if it's managed, it's very little management. And largely that is what we still have today, which is why people cannot predict where gold and silver is going. And people will always try to find a way to bend the rules, but there's still risk in that. But it's still worth that risk to have a free market, because it creates wealth and it lifts overall it lifts everybody up. Capitalism lifts everybody up. All right. And let's see here. We've got Jason here on this video about what China is doing. Speaking of China, why the hell you got Chinese gold? I understand people claiming America first, but are the ones who always bring Harbor Freight? What a joke. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Actually, there's no Chinese gold on your screen here. It's Perth Mint and American gold, but I do have some Chinese gold. I don't really buy it new anymore for a myriad of different reasons, but if I find it for a good deal out of my local coin shop or in the secondary market or past years, I will buy it. But otherwise, I'm not buying much pandas. But so I'm not sure what you were getting on with this comment, Jason. All right, let's see what's going on here now. Okay, silver holding on. You know, it's crazy. It's now up 2 cents. This is good news, and actually, this is actually, I think, better news than probably what we'd be expecting, because there's no real radical move one direction or another, which means that silver's holding its own, and gold for the most part is too, but it is down slightly. It's down $10.10 now, and silver's up 2 cents. It's doubled its gains since the opening of this market. Yes, indeed. Very good. Good to see Silverholic is here. Welcome, sir. Dean R is here. Nesmaniac is here. Silver Heist is here, who posted a great video today. Check it out. And yes, indeed, Michael K is here as well. Good to see Bozo is with us. And the first super chat of the night. Thank you, Jimbo Ramba. Appreciate that. Thank you, sir, very much. Good to see you. All right. So there's where the markets lie right now. Platinum is up 4. Palladium is up $10 right now. I'm kind of curious. That gold to silver ratio keeps narrowing a bit. 82.10 or 82.1 right now. There it is. Yes, indeed. Ashley is here. 79 was here. Yes, indeed. All right. And yeah, Druid always confuses me with his comments. Never sure what he says, what he means by anything he says. It's crazy. Jesse J is here. Good to see Jesse J. Thank you, JM Unleashed. Good to see JM Unleashed. He's here. Well, JM Unleashed is here as well. He posted a link to Silver Heist channel. And let's see here. And let's get over here and see what we've got in the comments section again. We've got Avis Liberté. Thanks, interesting news. I became this information today, first in Japan next year. All right, very nice. Thank you. Appreciate you watching. Yep, I try to be on top of the latest news if I can. And Anthony Williams, wonder what percentage of Chinese gold is counterfeit. Probably no one really knows, is my guess, because there's so much of it out there. It's probably difficult to really quantify. But there's a lot of fake stuff that's going out. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Let's see here. And call me Ost. Sal, are you really a Zionist? Well, what is a Zionist? From what I understand, the term Zionism just means Israel's right to exist as a nation. And if it just means that Israel has a right to exist as a nation, then hell yes, I'm a Zionist. Proudly Zionist. I'm not paid by anybody to say that either. But I despise Islamic terrorism. It is Israel has been fighting it ever since they have been formed. And and Israel's not perfect, and I think we should question some things that Israel does. There's nothing wrong with that too, but I'm overwhelmingly support Israel and the right to exist. And I despise Islamic terrorism and anti-Semitism in all its forms, by the way, in all of its forms. So there it is. Yes, indeed. See, unlike some, I remember 9/11. And I know exactly what caused 9/11. It was Islamic terrorism. It was not an inside job. Building 7 fell for scientific reasons because of of what happened. And so, yes, indeed, I fully support Benjamin Netanyahu. Benjamin Netanyahu is an amazing president of Israel. He's awesome. So call me Ost. I hope you will love me even more now. You should. All right, I slurp in your honor, sir. And let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Richard Metcalf says, I'll just call gold insurance. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. There you go. Exactly. It's an insurance policy. It's a savings vehicle. It's money itself. It's money itself. That's what gold is. That's why I don't like to use the term investment with regards to gold. That's exactly right. Very good. All right, there we go. True Texan, thank you. Says fake stuff is what scares me about China. Yes, I'm with you about that, True Texan. There's a lot of fake stuff coming out of China. They steal a lot of intellectual property from the United States, and they also gave us COVID. You know, it's crazy. So honestly, Trump is doing the right thing by putting pressure on China. He's doing exactly the right thing with these tariffs and everything like that. And so God bless Donald Trump. And yes, indeed, that's right. All right, very, very good. Yeah, Patriot Girl, I'm with you. I don't support genocide either. Thank God Israel's not doing it. And thank God for Donald Trump for putting pressure on Nigeria for going after the Christians over there too. Let's take a look at the markets now. Silver now up 7 cents. Look at that. We got silver up 7 cents right now to $48.78, now up 6 cents. Gold is down $6.60. And look at that. Platinum up 9. Palladium up 13. All right. Very good. Yes, indeed. Call me Oust. There is no such thing as Palestine. There is no such thing as Palestine. Palestine is a protectorate. It was named by the British Empire back in the day. It's a region. You look at the coins that they had coins made for that region, but it is a protectorate. Nothing more. Yes, indeed. So there it is. But let's see here. Very good. And Yeah, I could go into it, but anyways, yes. It's precisely because I like to think of myself as being intellectually honest as to why I support Israel. Very good. All right, now gold down $6.60, platinum up 9, palladium up 13. So there it is. All the metals are up, save for gold. And see, the thing is, as we saw this last week too, where gold pulled back a little bit, and so we see gold, moving in negative territory somewhat, and silver holding on. And to me, this is saying something about silver that very well could be consolidating around this range, around the high 40s range. It's quite possible. Every day we see silver hang on to some of its gains is a day to celebrate, in my view. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right. Let's see here. Let's move up here to Bill Arrington. I am salivating. Look at that gold display. I'll be listening while cooking tonight as usual. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate you popping in and watching faithfully as you're cooking dinner. It's great. That is awesome. Yes, indeed. Yes, premiums are getting crazy for Eagles right now. That's right, Nene. Watch out. I tell you what, there are a lot of higher premiums popping up now, especially for Eagles, which is the most popular. We saw that before, and I'm telling you, folks, this is the time when those premiums start to go up. That's when I'm not buying from anywhere. So watch those premiums and buy the silver that has the lowest premium. That silver continues to be constitutional silver. Yes, indeed. Constitutional silver continues to be a good deal out there. I'm a big proponent of that. If you can get it, you get it for pretty cheap. But yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Very good. Okay, let's see here. White to zero. Boomers, say goodbye to your money. Well, that's what inflation does. Inflation robs you of your wealth. That's very, very good. And we've got Gorilla Humper says, where did those car bodies come from? I love some silver Hot Wheels. Yes, indeed, that's right. Yeah, they're off the shelf. And the Hot Wheels, the prices of inflation has finally caught up with the Hot Wheels too. At the Walmart, they were 94 cents for the longest time. Then they went all the way up to 118, and recently they went to $1.26. Whoa, North Star Stacker has signed up to become an honorary citizen again. Thank you so much, North Star Stacker. Appreciate that, sir. All right. Very good. Let's see here. And we've got Silver Sleuth. If one were to take $100 bill into the bank and make change, would they get taxed? No, they would not. And that is the point, because gold is money under the Constitution, right? So you should not have to pay taxes on that. It's a moral issue, in my view. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, let's see here. And let's see here what we've got happening here. As we press forward to the next comment. And then we'll look at the markets again. We've got Mayo Monkey. China's VAT tax on gold is 13%. It sounds like they're trying to cool the retail gold market in China. It does sound like it, or focus it on the Shanghai Gold Exchange with that. I think it's focusing it more than anything in one direction towards empowering the central powers there, the Shanghai Gold Exchange and the Futures Exchange. I think that's what they're doing here. All right, let's see here. Gold is down $3.50 now to just below $4,000 an ounce. It's trying to get back up there again. Silver's up 8 cents now to $48.80. Platinum is up 9. Palladium up 13. Very good. Whoa, Michael K has just sent 5 Salivate Metal member gift memberships across the bow. Thank you, Michael K. Very nice of you indeed. Very cool. Appreciate that so much, sir. All right. NAP 41, inflation and cost of living, silver to about $450 per ounce. All right. Well, that's not where the price should be adjusted for inflation. The best measure of that, if you look at the peak of 2011, which is the one that is the most similar to the one we're witnessing now, that price would be $73 per ounce. Yes, indeed. Yes, they do tax your paycheck, but that's a little different when they do that. And of course, I don't like that either when they tax the paycheck. I would rather pay. I think if we could move to taxation through tariffs, I think that would be the best way to do it. That's why Trump talked about the External Revenue Service. And but yes, indeed. Let's see here. But or a simpler system, or either that or a flat tax or that type of thing. Be nice, but yes, indeed. All right. Florida Island Girl. China is such a secret government. How did you find this information? Well, I talked about it in the video. I mentioned my sources there from people that are in the know in China. We're posting, and I fact-checked some of it. Some of it can be from, and they got their information directly from the Shanghai Gold Exchange numbers. So we're dealing with official numbers there that are from that exchange, which is a commercial exchange. That means that it behooves them to make that information public, because they're an international organization. Good to see Coin Sense and Nonsense. Welcome. Good to see you. We've got Lisa Anderson is here. Good folks with us tonight. Oh, thank you so much, North Star Stacker. I appreciate that. At 10 spot, it says no push-ups necessary. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. We might save them for Tuesday. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Coins A to Z. China has made big moves not only in the gold space, but also in the platinum space. China is helping make precious metals great again. Yes. And I've not kept up with the platinum markets there in China. So, yes. Interesting, because most of the platinum is sourced through Siberia and South Africa, but I guess there's a lot of movement into the Shanghai Gold Exchange, which I've not really paid attention to. So thank you for that information, Coins A to Z. All right, let's see here. Let's get back to the markets and see what we've got. We're going to look at the volumes here momentarily, but right now, silver is barely keeping its head above water. 48.72 right now is where it sits, with a 0% move, but that, because it's in the red, it means it's down a fraction of a cent. Gold is down $13.10, which is, I think, the lowest it's been tonight, to $3,990 exactly. Platinum up 7 and palladium up 11. So the platinum group metals are enjoying a good rise there. Pamela Rice is here. She's watching platinum, conducts heat best, rarer than gold, denser than gold. It is it is denser than gold, but believe it or not, silver is the best conductor of electricity and heat, thermal and for cold and hot. Although I don't know, it could be that platinum retains heat longer. I don't know that those properties hold true. I guess probably that would be the case. Hence, it's got its way to as a catalyst, right? Yes, indeed. So there it is. Yeah, no movement at rhodium. We usually don't see rhodium move on a Sunday night. But good to see you guys. Good crowd with us tonight. We've got Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stackers here. Alan in Portland is with us. Good to see you guys. All right. Yeah, I'm a believer of all above approach. Coal is good. Clean coal technology. Compressed natural gas. You can do a lot of that stuff very efficiently and also environmentally conscious way to be able to do. I believe in all forms, using all forms of energy at our disposal. Jeff Johnson is here too. Good to see you. Red Crawler. A lot of good folks with us tonight as I slurp my hot tea. Yes, indeed. Pamela Rice. Platinum is higher melt point. Yes, that's right. That's right. Yep, that's right. Yeah, platinum does have a much higher melting point than gold. That's exactly right. It's a very durable metal, very high melting point, very difficult to strike coins and process too. I love platinum. It's probably, it's interesting. It's hard to say because I think that it's the toss-up as to what my favorite precious metal is, gold or platinum. I mean, I love platinum so much. It's a great metal. America First is here. Welcome, America First. All right. Well, thank you, Mark B. I'm not coughing quite as much, but I still have a cough. And I think this tea is helping me for now. But I might try the Mucinex. And see if I can get some of this stuff up. But I still have it. So I'm cautiously optimistic. But thank you. And let's see here. Appreciate you guys. We got Dinar, the great Dinar. It says 31 Atlas is full of gold. Going to cause gold crash when it collides with Earth. Yeah, well, I've heard about the Psyche as well. Supposedly had that too, but of course, who knows? I don't know about this 3-eye Atlas, but crazy. But I know we're setting a spaceship up to the Psyche to see it, but anyways. All right, thank you, Jay Malise, for posting a link to CCT's channel. Is CCT with us tonight? Good to see you. Elliot Scott is here. Good to see Bluetooth is here. Hoosier Stacker is here. Welcome, Hoosier Stacker. Good to see you. Thank you, Best in Class Detailing. Good to see all of you guys. Appreciate you popping in here tonight. All right. Very good. And we've got Sean here to explore before the Asian markets open. Indeed. That's right. Very good. Yeah, I think the reason why I'm not coughing as much is because when I drink this tea, I put in extra ginger powder in it. So when I'm actually drinking it, it helps. But once I'm done with this, my cough will probably come back. just a word of warning. But anyways, appreciate you guys. Let's see here. Mr. Marcol says, hi ho, silver away. I see heaps of reports of bullion not being there. Sal, we are years away. Anyone looking for gold and silver now are a day late. It's never too late to buy gold and silver. It's never too late. And I still think that we're starting to see consolidation for potentially a next run-up. Run-up or rally, whatever you want to call it, even if it's a slow move. I think we're starting to, I could be wrong, but my guess is probably we're not going to see silver fall much below $40 an ounce if we do see more consolidation coming. Like I said, every day that we see silver stay above $40, I think should be a day of victory. Now, obviously, if we get a big hit and it falls a couple of dollars tomorrow and it goes down to $43 tomorrow, I'm going to be a little worried about that, obviously, if that were to happen. But anyways, all right. Okay, let's see here. Dotson Z Boss. Why was I unsubscribed? What the heck? And as Jay Munley says, YouTube is glitchy. Yep. And sometimes it happens. And I'm sorry that happened. It wasn't me. It is YouTube. But Dotson Z Boss, thank you for popping back in. In fact, if you enjoy what I do here, I do post daily videos. So if you don't see a video come across your feed more in a day, you'll know something's up and you're not subscribed. You can always bookmark the channel too. Just add it to your bookmarks, and then you'll be able to see automatically if you're subscribed or not. So thank you so much. All right, let's see here. And let's see what we've got in the markets happening now. Okay, silver now up the highest it's been tonight. It's up 5 cents. Well, no, was it up 7 cents earlier? No, yes, it was up. It was up more than that earlier in the night. It got up to $48.81. It's now $48.77. Still up a good full nickel. There you go. All right, very good. Yeah, the pocket pinger is great, Tube. If anybody's interested in the pocket pinger, it is a great way to be able to test your coins cheaply and your silver. And they're going to be coming out with a new product soon, too. But the link to purchase is an affiliate link in the description below if you want to test it by sound. If you want to test it using diamagnetism, then the CCT Silver Slide is the way to go. All right. So there we go. So we get up a nickel, gold down $7.90 tonight to $3,995 right now. There it is. All right. Oh, yeah. Very good. And let's see. So there's where that is. Silver staying mostly and largely in the green tonight so far. So, yes, fascinating indeed. So there it is. And let's see here. Get back to some of these comments. We got Belfasta. Spot price plus large premiums, and then 20% VAT makes silver very expensive in the UK dictatorship. Yes, indeed, it does. Yes, it's tough. It's tough there. Get secondary market silver. Avoid that tax. Into stacking, the heading needs a little fixing. Then, not thank. Yes, and I got to thank JM Unleashed for letting me know aware of that. The title was wrong. He probably saved my video. JM Unleashed, thank you. He emailed me, let me know. And if this person commented, thank you for letting me know too. I typo there. So it did hurt a little bit at the beginning of it, but hopefully it'll recover from this. But thank you again so much. All right. For that, appreciate you, JM Unleashed. 90% junk silver. Some deals on 90% starting to show up. I like Mercury Dimes. Oh, yeah, the deals have been out for quite a while now for Constitutional. Sure has. Okay, holding steady. You know, this is actually good news that there's no wild fluctuations in the market prices out of the starting gate. And there it is. It's crazy. And yeah. But gold is down $7.50 now. Silver up 2 cents. Platinum up $7. Palladium up $10 in the night here. So there it is. Very good. All right. There we have it. Let's see here. Let's see here. What do we have here? Steve Newberry says a Royal Mint has halted all orders. 11/2/25. Wow, they did that once before too. So it sounds like there's still some pressure there. Yes, indeed. And we've got Devin S. Music. Your silver display looks like an old school telephone. Not sure if that was intentional, but cool nonetheless. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's not a telephone, but thank you for noticing that. Probably could have set that up that way. But yes, indeed. And Coins A to Z, precious metals are an asset. Therefore, they can definitely be used as an investment tool. Yes, they can be, for sure. That's possible. But I encourage my viewers not to think about it that way because that gives them unrealistic expectations in both directions. And it encourages long-term holding. If you don't, it can be seen as an investment, but usually investments are flipped pretty quickly, selling up and down. So that's why I don't like to use that terminology. But you're right, it definitely can be. All right, very good. Good to see you guys. 6-7. Yeah, what is that about? People have been posting that. I'm not sure what that means. Can somebody explain that? In my day, 69 had a meaning and was something, but I don't know what this 6-7 means. Yeah, Chube, I got one of those in pink as well too, or as well, not as well too, as well. All right, that's redundant. All right, yeah, it is interesting to see platinum and palladium battling it out. They're fairly close together. I'm kind of surprised by this. I thought we would see palladium kind of be left in the dust after it's run up to almost, well, it was double the price, but it has scaled back enough that, maybe they're just along for the ride, battling it out together here. But yes, indeed. All right. So yeah, if you do explain the 6-7 thing, tag me, say my name, so that I can see it. I'm very curious about what it means and what it's about. Let's see here. Let's take a look here again. Look, we got gold down $6.90, silver up a nickel yet again. So there it is. Very good. 1586 for platinum right now. Man, I tell you what, platinum's done good this year for sure. 60 Jesse J so what does that mean? I don't know what so means. I don't think anybody knows what 6-7 means. 67 Street, Uncle Sal. I don't know what that means. Can anybody tell me what it means? I guess I can grok it later. Okay, Stefan says 6'7" is some Zoomer rap. There's YouTube breakdown on it on a slang linguist or some. Okay. It's some Zoomer rap. Okay. They're just yelling 67. Doesn't mean anything, says Benji. But we know what 69 means, don't we? Oh, yeah. All right, let's see here. What do we have here from Jonathan Boyle? Says, I keep buying silver, but no regret, because technically it's staying in my pocket. I know it will go down a bit, but silver will go higher than 60, 70 sooner or later. Yep, I mean, I think it's going to go higher too. I mean, we did break through 50. That was a strong psychological number. But anyways, let's see here. It's from a rap song. Okay, so it's just nonsensical expression from a rap song. Okay. All right, thank you guys for the like. So there we are on that. Let's see. J.M. Ali says, I like my silver the same way I like my steak. Medium rare. That's exactly right. And that's what it is. Silver is medium rare. All right. Grok pushes its own narrative by Elon Musk. Yeah, I guess you got to be careful with any kind of AI, right? Exactly. That's right. It's my age. That's right. Exactly. So I always tell the scammers. That's exactly right. Yes, sir. Thank you for the reminder, CCT. Because it's my birthday today. Everybody say happy birthday to Uncle Sal. No, I'm kidding. Just like they did on that video. I have no clue why they did it, but everybody jumped in and said happy birthday on this video. It was never mentioned in the video. It had me freaking confused. And then people responded back when I asked about it. And they said, well, I saw somebody else post it, so I thought I'd post it too. It's crazy. They said, very good. All right. Okay. Bozo, the average Chinese or any Asian for that matter prefers to hold their gold in the form of jewelry. I doubt they will switch to buying bars. Yes. Yeah, I tell you. Well, depending, if the VAT is 13%, which somebody mentioned that what it was, it's going to discourage a lot of buying, that's for sure. All right. Let's see here. Happy unbirthday. Thank you, Pamela Rice. Got 2 birthdays, that's right. All right. We now see silver for the first time tonight down 2 cents. Well, actually, they show the low of 48.42, but I think that was from the previous session. Down 2 cents at 48.70 right now. And gold is down $14.30 to $3,988.80. There it is. So both metals down slightly today. Although silver is down much less percentage-wise, it really is acting a little more stable than gold, believe it or not, right now. It's crazy. All right. Very good. Platinum up 5, palladium up 7. They've been able to hold on to some gains tonight, whereas silver and gold are down slightly. Silver now down 3 cents tonight. Hello, Mario. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. There it is. All right, let's get back to some of these comments. Carrie Tarrant, if a millionaire is middle class, well, I'm talking about with all the assets, with everybody's assets, the cost of housing has gone up and everything like that, then I'm in the working poor or underclass. Now I'm depressed, but at least I have my PMs, so I don't feel so bad now. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Your PMs will help you, and if you accumulate enough of those, you might be a millionaire if you do it, and especially with the way inflation is going. But a millionaire these days really does not mean as much as it did even 10 years ago. It's crazy. All right. Let's see here. Silver Cobra, silver and gold, run, baby, run. There you go. Let's see it go. But you know what? No matter what happens to silver's price, we measure our wealth in ounces and holding it for the long term. It's really what it's about. It's wealth outside of the system. That's another reason why I don't like to consider it as an investment, even though Coins A to Z is exactly right about that. It can be viewed as that and can be traded as such, and it is. I think that's mainly what the ETFs do. People go in and out of the silver ETFs to hedge and protect themselves against other areas of the market, and maybe even look at it as a way to invest. And I think if you're going to invest there's two ways to do it. Physical collector coins where you can flip them and make money on them. That's the way to do it in the physical market. Or ETFs where you can move in and out with very little, fees tied to it. Yes, indeed. All right. Yeah, Edmund. No, it doesn't have 1,000 ounces of silver per missile. In fact, I doubt very seriously it has 500 ounces of silver per missile, but that's common knowledge based off of an unsubstantiated claim. No one really knows because most of that information is classified because, well, it's missiles, it's military, so people can speculate all they want, but I've not seen any hard evidence of that being the case. Now, because of silver battery technology, it very well could be for military use. We see more and more silver being utilized in the military industrial complex in general for weapon systems for war, and more likely missiles that have batteries on them. I don't know what kind of batteries you would have in a missile like that, how much you would need, because it doesn't really last very long. When it's in the air, it's going to go to its target and explode. So it probably just needs enough power to get it to where it needs to go, and that's it as far as powering the electronics in it. Jaymon Lee says 50 ounces per Tomahawk missile sounds more likely to me. Yeah, that sounds more reasonable anyway. But I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it was even 75 or so. I'm sure there's a lot of complex systems in there, but I just don't think it's I don't think it's 500. Yeah. Robert, I've got ginger powder. I heavily laced my tea with ginger powder and honey, and it's helping stave off the cough a little bit while I'm broadcasting. All right, silver down 3 cents right now. Gold down $15.50 tonight. So far, we are seeing the markets take a little bit of a downturn, but not by much. They're holding their own, especially silver is holding its own when it's all said and done as far as its percentage move. Platinum and palladium are doing good tonight. They're up slightly. They're up a couple of dollars each. Platinum up 5, platinum up 4 now, palladium up $6. Silver taking a little bigger hit right now. It is down 7 cents. Gold is down $18.20 tonight. So a little bit of a steady decline now, when silver was in positive territory not that long ago here this evening in the earlier trading hours here. Very good. No, I'm with you on that, Nesmaniac. Marianne was the bomb diggity. She had a booty to die for. No question in my mind. I'm a big Marianne fan. Oh yeah, much more than Ginger. She was the originator of the Daisy Dukes before Daisy Dukes were a thing. No question about that. All right. All right, let's see here. What do we got? Let's get this here comment from Liberty versus Freedom. Only 10 grams silver per a person is more available. USA is out of silver in 5 months. I don't think so. 10 grams silver more available. It's more like 2 to 3 ounces. I'm rounding up to the 3 ounces, by the way. And USA is not out of silver in 5 months either. We're not going to run out of silver that quickly, just because we've been in deficit at some form or level for now within the 5th year of this, but we're not going to run out of silver anytime soon. But here's Lulu Lucky is here. Welcome, Lulu. Good to see you. And Matt Wingy says, interesting perspective, makes only want more. Nice display as always. Keep on stacking. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Yeah, it gave me a whole new appreciation for silver, for sure, in that way. Lori Smith, is a 40 ouncer is a good way to measure ounces. Is a 40 ouncer is a good way to measure? I'm not sure. You must fill me in on that. I'm not sure what that means. A 40 ouncer way to measure ounces. Um, a little perplexed by that, but anyways, all right, let's see here. Okay, now silver's down almost a dime. It's down, well, now it's down 6 cents. It was down 9 cents earlier. 48.65 is where it is. Gold down $18.90. I should have done a poll tonight, not on where silver is going, but who is a fan of Marianne and who's a fan of Ginger. Only some of us, only the young whippersnappers would know that, though. Only people between the ages of 18 and 24 would ever get what we're talking about with Gilligan's Island. All the older folks would never get that. They would never, they don't, they're scratching their head like, what are you talking about, Sal? It's only for the young people. That's what it's for. That's right. All right. All right. Platinum and palladium both up $5. Both up $5. Gold. Oh, fluid ounce versus troy ounce. There you go. All right. There you go. Fluid ounces. Yes, indeed. And fluid ounces, what are fluid ounces? Is that porous measurement? I'm not sure. I have to look that up. Coins A to Z. He's getting the age where Mrs. Howell is starting to look okay. That's right. There you go. Oh, my goodness gracious. Good evening, Maria. Good to see you. Philly Beef is here. He likes Marianne. There you go. Marianne fan. All right. Okay, let's see. I'm almost done with this tea. Now I'm coughing again. Marianne for the long term. There you go, Ardell. That's right. Thank you, THS. You're awesome, my friend. All right, now silver getting hit the hardest tonight. Down 12 cents to $48.60. Gold is down $22.60. So we're taking bigger hits in the markets tonight. All right, very good. Yes, Titan Fitness. I did a video on the taxation in China for gold. I think it's gonna be bullish for it. Check it out. I did a video about it yesterday, this morning. I think, yeah, this morning. Days are running together. And by the way, you're not gonna want to miss tomorrow morning's video. Hope you all will watch that. Let's take a look at the volume of trading here tonight between these metals. Gold volume is picking up here, and it is a little bit of a sell-off here. This is what we're looking at here since the open. And so the volume picking up and selling is occurring for both gold and silver tonight. But really, the volume here for silver has been pretty strong throughout. Crazy. Oh, there you go. Bluetooth Blade with the $2. Thank you so much for more Marianne for your tea. Thank you, sir. I slurp in your honor. I should have made a bigger cup of tea. But I can feel the spice of that ginger snapping at me. But I need some Marianne. Oh, yeah. There we go. So this volume here. And right now that volume is trying to recover some of the losses here. We can see here. It's moving on up. Not necessarily to the top in a deluxe apartment in the sky. And no one is going to get that except for people ages 10 and below. So there's nobody here watching that's 10 and below. So nobody's going to get that reference at all because only kids, young kids are going to get that reference about a deluxe apartment in the sky. Nobody older than that is going to get that. All right, let's see here. What do we have? Oh, 40 ounces of rum. Yeah, that would be fluid ounces. Now I get it, Lori. Yes, indeed. Now I get it. All right. And, of course, David German says, you sound better, Sal, just as I start a coughing fit again. I've been jinxed. Sorry. But it is the tea. It's helping me temporarily. Let's see here. Okay, we've got UFO. Don says, if India set the silver ratio to 10 to 1, which they didn't, by the way, is the rest of the world likely to follow their reset ratio of silver? I did a video about that. And it's not, that 10 to 1 is basically how they collateralize silver, if that's a word. And they're going to take silver as collateral on a 10 to 1 ratio with gold. Now, I think it is significant and telling, but it does not mean that the nation or the central bank is setting that. I mean, the central bank kind of oversees a lot of the commercial banks, I think, in India, from what I understand, but that does not necessarily mean that it is going to set that ratio. But it is telling. It is a pretty big deal. But anyways, let's see here. Familia Glum says this, and he quotes, "There's a lot of silver, no question about it. It's 1 billion ounces out there. Well, we only produce 0.8 billion ounces globally each year. The demand is more than 1 billion ounces each year. Most of the silver on exchange is 1/300th backing of paper silver. Record high solar production, record high production of solid state silver batteries." Well, actually, there's not. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess so, because that technology has not been manufactured to scale yet. Samsung is the spearhead behind that, and I've heard nothing about, since they had a 2-year window as to when it was going to come out in 27. So that's still to be determined. Record high central bank of public demand, but that is for gold, not silver. Although central banks have been dabbling in silver in some way, like India getting into ETFs and Russia getting stockpiles of silver, mainly for strategic military reasons, more than likely. But anyways, is there better investment than physical silver out there? Yes, there is. There's a lot of better investments than silver out there, especially if you're getting in right now. I don't like to see silver as an investment per se, but you can invest in it. But yes, there's a lot of other investments. See, if you've been paying attention to the silver market for long enough, this is an anomaly, what we're seeing right now with silver. And I'm not saying we're at the top, but we're at the mini top right now, or we're at $54. I would look at it as a hedge. And yes, the fundamentals are bullish for silver overall, but I would not expect it to just go crazy. So we need to keep our head out of the clouds when it comes to silver. We need to think as realistic and as pragmatic as possible with regards to silver's performance, and appreciate the metal for what it is, and which I think is pretty amazing. It's a pretty amazing metal. There's more to silver than just its price, but Familia Glum, thank you, and I appreciate it. Your stuff is well taken here, but yes, indeed. But I would not say that it is the best investment out there. Timothy is with us. Good to see Timothy. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Red Crawler's still here. A good crowd with us tonight as we watch these markets move in real time. Silver trying to claw back some of its losses tonight. It is now down just 6 cents. It's not bad. $48.66. Gold is down $19.60 right now to $3,983.50. So there it is. All right, very good. And let's see here. Oil is a great investment now, cheap, but you have to pull it out at the right time. Yes, all right, very good. Alberta's going to vote on it this week. I've heard that they might want to declare independence. Is that what they're doing, to declare independence? To become their own nation? If so, that would be exciting. I've heard talk about that. I've briefly read up on it, but that is an interesting notion. Can you imagine if they became their own nation, declared independence from Canada? And I know that Montreal or Quebec has kind of wanted to do that as well too. They have not done it, but but I don't know. But anyway, so that'd be I'll have to look that up. If you know, you know. Good to see you. Welcome. Glad you're here. THS is still here. Elliot Scott is with us tonight. We're watching these markets move in real time. Silver taking a little bit more of a hit tonight. Volume is pretty high on silver, has been since the open. Picking up with gold. Now it's down $23.50, $3,979. And I've got a gold on the way that I'm going to be losing on because I bought it, at the recent high. But anyways, it is what it is. You have to prepare for that. Silver down 9 cents at $48.62. Silver Shelby, hello to you. Good to see you. And gold to silver ratio is 82.04 now. So it's narrowed even further tonight. There it is. All right. Yep, Quebec's still a part of Canada, but there's been talk about them moving away some time ago, but Canada won't separate. So do you think Alberta will vote on separation or independence? I don't know. Anyways, that's right. Yeah, thank you, Base Future. I don't think I'll lose either in the long run. I hope for the long run. That's why I'm not that worried about it. All right, we've got Maria on this video here that I did this evening about silver is more rare than you think. It says here why the bankers want to depopulate the people and replace them with robots and AI. Silver is holding more than gold, folks. Hold on to what you got and do not sell. Yeah, silver's been holding on pretty good, and we saw the massive layoffs by Amazon, supposedly by AI, replacing a lot of these white-collar jobs there. So very interesting. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. Philly beef. If every millionaire had 17 ounces of silver, all the silver would be gone. Yep, interesting. Yep, exactly right. Amazing. Yeah, Coins A to Z, that has just become a rumor now. The whole concept of Vasal's Gal, I think, is gone, unfortunately. I wish it were still in place, but it is what it is. We love our ladies here, but I don't think they refer to themselves as Sal's Gallons anymore. That was from a bygone era. We tried to calendarize it as well, if that's a word, but it didn't work. But anyways, AI will replace Sal soon. There you go. That's right. Well, maybe so. If I can AI my voice before I coughed a lot, I should have done that. All right. Oh man, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Pamela Rice. I didn't know you had any interest. After COVID, I thought you just got out because of all the shuttering that went on there. New York was such a great city. It is a great city, but I'm just flabbergasted. Mamdani is going to win. Marxist Mamdani. It's absolutely insane that anybody would vote for that guy. But people are so easily fooled by somebody who's good looking, who's charismatic, who does all these different accents and raps, and is just he's an empty suit with a personality. And but they're going to vote for a literal socialist / communist. They're pretty much blending into the same thing when they should be voting for Sliwa. They should be voting for Sliwa. They should not be voting for Cuomo either. Cuomo is horrible. But Nesmaniak is right. He's going to win big. He's going to win big, and that's going to be the new face of the Democrat Party. It's insane. And then you've got Obama campaigning, talking about DEI in New Jersey when he's endorsed the white liberal candidate, a woman, down in Virginia, but won't push for the black woman who would be the first black woman governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia. So hypocrisy every single way you look at it, especially considering that they proudly campaign with Jay Jones, who sent these text messages that he's not taking any responsibility for at all. Zero responsibility, or else he wouldn't be running. You are irredeemable as a candidate, especially for Attorney General, if you have these comments. It's absolutely insane what's going on. And but Obama has become a laughingstock of his own self with his speeches. He's trying to be funny, and he can't do it. He's trying to out-Trump, and he just can't do it. It's become, I almost pity the guy. I'm very close to pitying him, but I don't. It's insane. But yeah, bad news, and it's going to happen. Watch out, man, damn it. But of course, he'll be ineffective because he can't raise taxes to fund the stuff that he's going to do. And surprisingly, the governor who endorsed him pretty much said as such that he's not going to get his agenda through. All right, Mark Patzner says, Sal, you better look at above ground available supply of gold and silver. I see 1/3 less silver than gold available today. Well, where do you see that? I just talked about in this video about all the available silver. And by any measure, gold is much less available than silver. By any measure, anywhere, everywhere. All society's needs for silver and less available than gold. China and Egypt both experienced times in the past where silver was more valuable than gold. 20 years of suppression will have consequences. Well, that's not true either. None of that is true. I'm sorry. In Egypt, for a time, the ratio was 1-to-1 or 2-to-1. That's the only time in history where we saw the ratios close together, which means that silver was not more valuable than gold. It had a scale of 2-to-1. It took 2 ounces of silver to equal the value of 1 ounce of gold, very, very briefly in Egypt, and that's it. Otherwise, gold has been available, much less available. Other than that one time, it's by every measure, gold is more rare. Gold is more rare. Yes, indeed. All right. Snakebite says, grabbed another $5 face value of 64 quarters to complete another tube. 6 more to go to fill a 50 count guard box. Congratulations. Congratulations indeed. Let's get back to the markets again. All right, there, got dinner ready. Nice job, Bill. Oh, one other thing about the New York mayoral race that I don't think anybody has said. Listen to this. This is important. So many good Democrats or moderate Democrats and Republicans have left New York City that I think that basically all you have left now are the radical communists and young, impressionable people. That's what's left. Young, impressionable people and radical leftist. And that's what's left there. So all the more moderate Democrats have already moved out because taxation is so crazy. People have been leaving that and populating Florida. Florida is clearly now, hardcore in the Republican column. So that's what's happening there. So I think that's part and parcel as to what you're seeing play out right now in New York City. Still scary, Lidford. It's still very, very scary because that is the financial capital of the world. I would love to see more skyscrapers being built. There's one, probably my favorite skyscraper design. I think it's on Park Avenue, 75 Park Avenue. This thing is badass. And it's supposed to be starting construction soon. It's been approved. And I doubt it's going to happen. I doubt it's going to happen now. This thing is going to be like 1,500 feet high. Beautiful Art Deco sort of looking thing. Awesome. Okay, still in New York City. Okay, I thought you moved completely to Pennsylvania. Okay, but still in New York City. All right. Well, I imagine you probably won't be there long. I cannot imagine your business surviving because they're going to come after you big time. Big time. Because you operate a business in the city, and they're going to probably be taxing you like crazy. All right. Yes, if you live in New Jersey, vote Republican. If you live in New York City, vote Republican. Do not vote for Cuomo, by the way. I just would go ahead and vote for Siwa. And if you live in the Commonwealth of Virginia, vote Republican. All up and down the ticket. All 3 of those races are very, very important. Very important. So please get out and vote this Tuesday. Man, I tell you. I mean, it's not looking good. And, it's not looking, I don't know. I would just vote anyway. Vote as if it's really close. But anyways, okay, let's look at the markets again. Gold down $21.90, $3,981.20. Silver down 11 cents to 48.61 right now. For the first time tonight, palladium is down $6, $1,451, but platinum is holding on to $1 gain tonight. There it is. All right. Red Crawler, there's a tall skyscraper being built in Omaha, Nebraska. It will be the tallest, not sure who's the company. Actually, that project has been put on hold, Red Crawler, and it was in Oklahoma City where that tower was supposed to be built. Oklahoma City, they scrapped it though. Too ambitious. I think didn't pass some of the for the council, but that was supposed to be in Oklahoma City. All right, very good. So here we are now. Gold down $21, now down $22.70 right now to $3,980 and 40 cents. Silver down 12 cents right now to $48.60. Some dips here tonight if you're in a buying mood. If you want to take advantage, I don't know, it could fall even more. Who knows? But either way, I hope you will check out the channel sponsor, Summit Metals. If anything, just to peruse their website to see what they've got. Selection-wise, they have collectible stuff as well, too. They got those cool wallets and a number of different services they provide, too. Just check them out by clicking on the link in the description of this video when you get a chance, just to see if they're a company you might be interested in working with. They're known for their customer service. And I can tell you, through mediating a couple of different individuals here that have had some issues, that they go out of their way to try to solve any kind of issues that can come your way, which there's very few and far between now. All right, TM, this is Timothy. Good point, Sal. Thank you so much, Timothy. Appreciate that so much, my friend. I appreciate your viewership. All right. Let's see here. What do we have going on here tonight? We've got this from a Philly Beef. I certainly have more than my share of silver, but it's nowhere near enough. I hear you. A lot of people feel that way. I'd say the amount of silver you should probably have is probably 6 months worth of. In other words, if you could take your silver and sell it, you could be able to survive for 6 months. That's probably a good number to have. Yes, indeed. Now, thank you, J. Lee's post link to this Maniacs channel. Thank you so much. Getting close to the bottom of this cup of tea. There's a high concentration of ginger powder here to help my throat. So when this is done, hopefully I won't cough a whole lot more. But I'm gonna. It's lukewarm now to almost cold. I'm trying to milk this for all it's worth so I can minimize the coughing. And Ministong Dog Media says here, still waiting on orders being fulfilled from Perth Mint. Wow. So, yeah, Perth Mint's been under pressure, too. A lot going on there. Crusty White Bread with 3 bread loaves and a thumbs up. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, my friend. Let's refresh this and see what we've got happening. All the metals are down now, folks. In breaking news, all the metals are down. Gold down $23.30 to $3,979. I think that's close to a low tonight. Silver down 14 cents. That's close to a low tonight. $48.50. 58 cents. Platinum down 3. Palladium down 3. White 0. Sal, are you on the take? I'm on the bake and shake take. I'm not sure. What do you mean on the take? I'm taking hot tea with honey and ginger powder. That's what I'm on the take for. All right. Yeah, Mr. McGurk, that's a long COVID. It's a long COVID cough. My taste buds are still out of whack a little bit, too. Yeah, Jay Hike, I've been consulted about the oregano oil. Oregano oil is extremely expensive, and they say that only helps at the start of a cold or a COVID or anything like that. That only helps for the start. It will be totally ineffective if I take it now. But, yes, indeed. All right. So there we go. The metals are all down a little bit more tonight as volume has picked up. Let's see what the volume is happening here. With gold, it's really kind of picked up here, and it's been choppy. But around this area for the night, it's back and forth a little bit, a little choppy. And it started to stave off a little bit here in the volume. But there was a kind of a burst going on there with it for a while. Let's see here. Avocado. Yeah, avocado. Okay, avocado helps coughs. I've heard that pineapples do, but I don't know. Anyways, have a good night, Devin S. Good to see Devin. Appreciate you popping in tonight, Devin S. All right. So that's the volume for gold. Let's take a look at it for silver. Silver, again, very, very choppy, and an extended increase in volume here we're seeing here in recent trading in this session. Organic time would probably help the congestion. Okay, organic time. I might actually try Mucinex to try to work some of this stuff up. I may actually give that a shot. All right. I put ground thyme and ginger and chili because of my lungs. Okay, there you go. All right. Ground thyme and chili and ginger. American Republic is here. Good to see you. All right. And let's see what we've got here. So there's where that is. Let's take a look and see what has popped through here in the last few moments. Tile of the man, no tax. He says here, let me get over to this. He says no tax. States charge no tax on gold, silver, or is coins and currency. No, yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, if they're a no tax state, then that means they're not going to charge tax on gold and silver. Yep, that's stating the obvious. Stating the obvious. Let's see here. All right. Mucinex is the best way. Okay, good. I might give that a shot. And let's see here. We've got Matt Holbrook chimes in with this and says the following. For guys like us who stacked for 30 plus years, being mostly coin silver, but plenty of bullions, most millionaires would have a hard time getting that amount we stack. Ask David Bateman. He would disagree with you. David Bateman, in 2 purchases, got almost, I think just more than an annual year's supply of silver in physical form. So yeah, I think, or no, a 13th of an annual supply of silver. I got like almost 1 million ounces of silver he bought. So in that one purchase, he certainly beat me, no question about that. And I've been stacking for 30 plus years. But anyways, all right. It says sales tax voted on by locality is the only moral and ethical constitutional tax allowed by the government. Yeah, it seems like that. Yeah, I would agree with that. That would be the best way to do it for sure. Strain, add honey. Well, Pamela Rice, I don't know if you heard earlier, but I'm drinking a green tea complete with ginger powder and honey. So pretty much have that in play right now. And it's organic ginger powder, by the way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm at the bottom of that powder. It's like concentrated, so I'm feeling it. Okay, Adams by Noel says here, now is a great time to add to your 90% stack. I always say the best time you can buy is when you can afford, so I'm buying more. That's right. And especially with the prices going up, the best silver to buy definitely is constitutional, hands down. Definitely good time to buy that stuff. All right. All right, let's see here. Tal the Man says here that China is really backsliding right now. They will probably come out of the storm maybe 200 million or more negative in their population to support folks that are going to make it through the coming storm. Hopefully they cease to be a communist peacefully. Yes, that would be nice. They already are dabbling in some capitalism, for sure. Coins A to Z. The reason why I don't do fresh ginger is because it takes a long time to grind that stuff out and everything, so I don't mess with it. I just bought organic powder. I just shake it in there. Much easier than having to, to grind it, and I don't know. Let's see here. All right, the combing boomerang. There comes the boomerang. Getting tired. No one seems to know where things are going. That's right. No one really fully knows. No one really fully knows. Outlaw chicken, dude, there's plenty of silver to go around. We won't run out till the year 3000. Yeah, and there's plenty of bullion to buy. There's no question about that. I don't know why I can't post this. Outlaw chicken. Outlaw chicken was in here earlier. Outlaw chicken, are you still here? I'll respond to this anyway. There's still plenty of silver. If you want to buy it, it's everywhere. There's not a shortage of stacking bullion, of bars, coins, rounds, and things like that. The shortages are really bottlenecks in the supply chain in certain institutions like the LBMA. But when you think about it, in comparison to the population, it is more rare than you think. But the thing is even though it is wholly abundant, it still is pretty rare. And a case in point, I was able to buy some osmium, a whole ounce of osmium, very easily. I go in there it is. It's available, and it's been available at that website for a long time. Still extremely rare metal, And by the way, it didn't cost a whole lot either, much less, about the half of the price of an ounce of gold. All right. Where are we at now? Let's get over here. Caterpillar Silver says, Sal, good evening. Do you stack vintage art bars? I've got some of those, but I'm not like Silverstruck. I don't have a whole lot of those, but I do have some. But I don't really collect them like he does. Let's see here. No, I've not lost my mind. My mind is still here. Still here, my osmium. My mind, and I bought the pure stuff, not the crystallized stuff. I got pure, well, the crystallized stuff is pure too, but mine's a lot cheaper than that stuff. No, I just bought that 1 ounce Coins A to Z. It's just that 1 ounce, but there was more to from that source, but I only have just the 1 ounce. You've got an ounce too. Coins A to Z has an ounce as well. Good stuff. All right, folks. A further drop in the precious metal prices tonight. New lows, new session lows for the precious metals. Gold down $35.60 now to $3,967.50. Silver down almost 30 cents tonight, 48.43. Platinum down 4. Palladium down 11. Very good. That's exactly right, Lost in Space. LBMA, they've been hurting for silver for sure. You're exactly right. That's where the shortage is. Cajones AFK, thank you, sir. Good to see you. Glad you're here tonight. Appreciate you being here. Have a good night, Mark B. Thanks for popping in tonight. Appreciate you being here, Mark B. All right. That's right, Philly B. I love all the metals. I have a playlist of called Why I Love, and I go through each metal. Well, almost each metal. If you guys get a chance to watch that playlist, I hope you will check it out. As you watch these metals move dramatically down tonight, fairly dramatically here. Early in the session, still the first hour of the session, but gold down now $37.90. New session lows here for gold. Silver down 35 cents right now. Crazy. Almost 0.75% drop for the metal. Platinum down 7, palladium down 18. In the Asian markets, it'll be very interesting to see what happens when they open up in Hong Kong. Presumably, we're talking about Shanghai. No, I think these are Hong Kong and Shanghai that opens up at 8. Very good. Cool. Yeah, thank you, Elliot Scott. I've got several playlist combinations in there if you guys want to check those out. Gold to silver ratio is 82.14. So broadening a little bit here as you see the metals drop. All right. And let's see here. Very good. Down to my last drop here of the cinnamon. I mean, not cinnamon, but this tea with the ginger and honey in it. But look at this. Continuing to drop. Gold now down $38.40, moving rapidly down. We're going to check the markets, or check the volume here in a moment. We got silver down 36 cents to $48.36. Oh, thank you, Jane Unleashed, for posting a link to that playlist. I appreciate that, my friend. Very kind of you indeed. Oh, thank you, Lidford. I appreciate that. Hopefully it'll go away. Praying it will. It's and I apologize again for the coughing, but it's not quite as bad, but I think it's because of this tea. And so there we are with the metals. Let's take a look at the volume now, because we're well past the second hour. We're into the second hour here. Gold volume spiking up as it's pulling down. That volume is really picking up here. Very good. Wow. And silver is now volume-wise picking up as well. Mirroring gold. Almost exactly mirroring gold in the pickup in volume on its way down here for silver. Crazy, crazy. I'm practically chewing on that ginger powder here. Oh, man. All right, as I just put that in there, and now I've got my chaser going. Yeah, it might be a good time to buy. Who knows? It could go down even more, though. So just understand that whenever you buy silver or gold from any dealer, including the channel sponsor, which is Summit Metals, make sure you understand that it could go lower when you buy, when you sell, when you buy. So understand that. But you hold for the long term. You hold on for the long term. Silver down 39 cents to $48.33 right now. And we've got gold down $38.90. Crazy. There it is. So big drops here tonight. Big drops. All right. As always, great video. Thank you, PC Coinstar. Appreciate that, my friend. And Michael K says, I do believe that silver will become the rarest of precious metals. Maybe, yeah. I don't think we're ever going to see that. But we're starting to see more bottlenecks in order to become rare enough that I think we're going to see more supply chain issues. And that's going to cause the prices to go up. Thank you, Winston Wolf. I appreciate you being here, Winston. Sean Poston says, I knew that silver was more rare than gold 2 decades ago. I know silver is going to go to 1-to-1 ratio and then eventually surpass gold in monetary value. Sorry, Sean Poston, that's never going to happen. Never, ever, ever, ever. Whoever told you that deceived you. It's not the case. All right, have a good night, Coins A to Z. I appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful evening. And Mr. Upier says, if this were true about silver, there would not be a pullback. Yet at this time, I post this comment, silver is going down. Well, you're conflating two extremely different things, Mr. Upier, because by your logic, platinum should be 15 times higher than gold's price right now. Rarity does not equate to what something is worth. Just so you understand that. And that's not how the markets work. So, and silver is down. So there would be a pullback, and there is a pullback. But everything holds true in what I'm talking about in that video. All right. And we've got this. Creek Runner. Thank you, Creek Runner, for the emoticons on this. And the Raza Manaza says, as rare as silver may be, there's something even more rare. There's only one salivate metal. Yes, true that. Although, remember, just because there's only one of me does not mean that I have any more value. But thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Very kind. And Mr. Dreams says here on this video, the following. What kind of money did the gold pull off 10% in 2 to 3 days? I saw Chinese people crying on YouTube. If someone sold $50 billion in gold, it means someone bought it. So it must be bullish and not retreat. What's going on? Straight on manipulation. I think they saw a big momentum with gold. That's why the Fed had to protect the dollars. Is this why they sent the gold to Florida to discourage momentum? Sounds clear to me. They straight up thieves. Since they hold most of the gold, they don't care about sending it down. What do you think? Well, they manipulate, and I think this VAT is one example of that. They want everything to go through that Shanghai Gold Exchange, and they want to be able to get more gold in there. And I think in a way, that's going to probably cause the price of gold to go up. And people are going to be buying there. They're managing it through taxation. Lulu Lucky, thank you for the algorithmic emoticon here. Lulu Lucky on this video here about silver. And Mr. Dream says here about rhodium. Rhodium all-time high when gold was $1,500 was $30K. So right now it should be $100K an ounce. Actually, that's not true. You're equating two different things, Mr. Dreams. Rhodium is completely wholly independent, really even of the other platinum group metals, I think, largely. It's its own entity. It does not work based off of what gold does. Anyways, the very rich and knowledgeable one traded. It's very noble and new metal. It's only 100 years in discovery. That's super bullish. On top of it, they use it like silver, but on everything precious. So it's going down in supply very quick. This is why we don't see dealers selling this at the moment. Just ETF. What do you think on all that? Well, yeah, rhodium is its own thing, and what moves it is, again, it does not trade nearly as often. That's why you never see it, hardly ever see it move in the markets on Sunday nights. It doesn't trade as often. It's got a huge spread. Right now, that spread is $550 between the bid and ask price. It's a volatile market. It's very rare, and but it does not trade like gold, silver, or even platinum or palladium, honestly. All right, let's see here. Silver down 26 cents now, so clawing back again some of its losses here tonight. $48.46. Gold down $30.70. Doing much the same. So there's some fight left in the metals here tonight, but they are notably down for sure. Yes, indeed. Okay. Where are we at here? Let's get over here to the comments again. Larry. Okay, I'm not going to read all that, but I think he copied and pasted a lot. Let's see what he's curious about. Your statement about silver surviving a nuclear explosion. The context of a nuclear explosion, the fate of metals like silver and gold depends on their physical properties and the conditions during detonations. Here's how they would typically behave. Of course, he puts all that stuff in there. Overall, while silver and gold are robust metals, extreme heat and pressure from a nuclear explosion would very likely result in their vaporization with a minimal chance of recovery of intact pieces. That's right. But vaporization really only means that they be broken down into their atomic level. They would not disappear, more than likely. And even as such, how much silver is going to be in a nuclear bomb? Probably not as much as you think. But even so, for the overall supply of silver, it's minuscule, not really even worth debating a whole lot. But, if it dissipates it by atom, well, it spreads it out. It still doesn't completely disappear. Because think about it. Water that gets vaporized, the molecules just go up and dissipate as steam. That's vaporization, right? Vaporize. So I think the same thing would hold on an atomic level for gold. All right. Mike, or for silver rather, I'm going with 90% constitutional and small gold. The days of 20 to 50 ounces a week is gone from me. Just keep stacking. There you go. I think that's a good move. I think it's a wise move for sure. All right. Richard, thank you, Sal. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate it. Lost in Space says here, while other avenues, let me get over here to make this more efficient here. While other avenues can make more money and has, to show someone a piece of paper is nothing compared to spilling out a roll of American Eagles. Few will say that's cool to your 50 shares, but they will always like and want to hold the 50 or 40 Eagles. That's right, exactly. There's nothing beats physical. That's why it's worth having the premiums. It's worth those premiums for sure to hold that silver in your hand. No question about that. I agree with that. All right, Shane, with the thumbs up on this video. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And Cardivu says here, prices are high. I bought yesterday 2 Washington silver quarters for 12 Swiss francs together. Nice, congratulations. VAT, what an insult. There is no value in paying tax. Exactly right. I agree with that. You definitely don't get much for your money. And thank you, Last Boy Scout. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the thumbs up on the video. And let's see here. Pandora's box. The East is trying to break the West manipulation of the West control of the price. Yes. That very well could be a part of it too. But creating their own manipulation in tandem with that. Ruby's 200. Let me get over to this. Ruby's 200 says, while it is true that the Chinese had centuries of culture, the CCP destroyed all knowledge of that culture. This regime has only been around since the 50s. That's a good point. That's a very good point. They can't erase it all, for sure. But anyways. All right. Oh, yeah. Let's move forward here a bit and see what we've got here. We've got Hola Clive says here, will China revalue gold before America? I don't know. I don't. It depends on how much they actually have. No one really knows how much they have. Many people feel they have a whole lot more than what they're telling us. All right, here's the markets now. Gold down $31.70 now. Fighting those losses, but taking a pretty big hit tonight. $3,971.40. Silver down 27 cents. $48.45 for silver tonight. Platinum is down 3. Palladium down 12. Both those metals were resistance to go into negative territory, but indeed they are tonight. Albeit slightly, except for palladium. Gold taking the biggest hit tonight, down 0.87%, $34.90 drop. So take a little bit of a hit tonight, but hey, we'll see. The next week's going to be very interesting to see what happens with the markets and see what happens when Shanghai opens up soon, and then what happens when London opens up, and then New York. Will the beating continue with the metals? We'll see. We'll find out in due course. But think of it as an opportunity and just rolling the ride, the roller coaster ride of the precious metals markets. That's how we have to look at it. There's still some resiliency there. I truly believe that. Says Define Millionaire. And I kind of did in the video because in Canada, because of our insane housing market, there are tons of people classified as having a net worth of over $1 million. And that to a lesser extent, that's exactly right. In America as well, too. That's right. Yep, exactly. Very good. Oh, yeah, let's see here. That's right. Pamela Rice will know exactly what happens on Wednesday. And then probably after that, they're going to open up the government. All right. And let's see here. Yeah, people will take profits for tax purposes. Yep. Could be the case. 5150 Rockstar. People were laughing at me when I first started stacking aluminum. Who's laughing now? Well, I don't know. I wouldn't be stacking aluminum. I think I'm probably still laughing. Who flew dung? CO2 is more rare in the atmosphere than silver in the Earth's crust. Interesting. Okay. All right. See what we've got here. We've caught up on all those comments. And let's see what these markets are looking at now. As we're at the bottom of the second hour here. Silver down 34 cents at $48.38. And we've got gold down $36.60 tonight. Volume increasing, but yes, indeed, there it is. So that's what we got going on here tonight. All right. All right, have a good night, Michael K. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. He's taking care of Donna, who's at home now. Shout out to Donna. Thank you, Michael K. And I appreciate your kindness. You sent some channel gift memberships earlier. I appreciate that. And God bless you. I'm so glad that she's home. She's been through a lot, and you've been through a lot. So well done, my friend. You are awesome. Yes, indeed. And thank you again for your kindness. Yes, indeed. There's Michael K. Watching these markets move to the downside. Silver started out the evening up slightly. Got up 7 cents or 9 cents. And now it's down 33 cents. So crazy. And there it is. That's the way the market moves tonight. Very good. All right. Let's see what we've got here going on. We've got still these markets moving. And but you know, one thing about silver, even though it's falling, it's not falling as hard as gold, which is down almost a full percentage point tonight. Yes, indeed. So that's interesting. Gold to silver ratio is at 82.14 tonight. Holding steady there. Yep, I agree with that, Red Crawler. It is a scam. I ranted about that in a previous video and live stream. I'm not going to repeat it here, but I think it's completely a scam. Absolutely insane. They need to Dogify that program big time. Here's where these markets are. Let's take a look at the volume one last time here tonight. Volume starting to pick up a little bit to the positive for gold tonight. Although it has staved off a bit there. There was a big movement, a big burst of activity there. But now for both, they've kind of staved off a little bit. And so because of that, in trading, there's some buying going on there for silver and gold. So crazy. So we may have hit the bottom, at least in the Shanghai markets. We'll see, but it's very good. All right. Oh, yeah. Very good. All right, folks. Well, I think I'm going to head out tonight. You guys are great. Thank you so much for being here and putting up with me tonight in this market watch. And special shout out to a few of you who sent super chats and channel gift memberships. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. They've kind of been lackluster, and I think probably because I've been coughing so much. And I apologize for that. I can't help that. But thank you for those of you who've been sticking with me and understand. Appreciate that. And hope you have a wonderful evening. Keep your feet on the stars. Keep reaching for the ground. And stay tuned for tomorrow morning's video. You're not going to want to miss that one. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Have a good night, all. Take care.